What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're bringing you another episode of Acebo Plays VGC, featuring our Spectrier team. This is the team that we featured in my last video in our best of three with Brandon. It's the Assault Vest Landorus, Eject Pack, Whimsicott, Life Orb Spectrier, Leftover Celesteela, Calm Mind, Guavaberry Feeny, and Citrus Berry Nasty Plot Rotom. When we played Brandon, I had the wrong berry on Feeny, and I had Will-O-Wisp on Rotom, but I've switched that to Nasty Plot and gave it, hopefully, the right berry this time. Now, it's possible I could have given it the same berry again, messed up, you know, happens. But we're going to just hop in here, hopefully we can get 1 or 2, 3 games in. We're sitting at 5,082 on the Master Ball tier, and let's see if we can get some wins. So, first game of the day is going to be Ryan, and his team is going to be made up of Dragonite, Comfey, Urshifu, Venusaur, Swampert, and Rotom Heat. So very interesting team. The Dragonite probably has multi-scale. You have Comfey with that Floral Healing, Draining Kiss, Activate Weakness Policies. So actually look for a Weakness Policy on that Dragonite. I could see it. Let's see. Who do we lead? I kind of like going... I kind of like Spectrier Whimsicott here. I think it puts a lot of pressure on. And I don't think any of those Pokemon resist both my attacks. The only one that resists Spectrier is Urshifu. And I do have Moonblast for that. In the back, I like Celesteela, kind of. But who's better? Spinny good, Rotom. It's tricky. The Swampert's throwing me here. I think I'm running out of time. I'm going Finny Landorus. I don't know if that's the right. The Venusaur, Rotom, and the Swampert were throwing me off. Because I wanted to bring Finny, but he had the Rotom and he had the Venusaur. And Landorus doesn't... I mean, it hits Rotom with Rock Slide, but other than that, it's not really the best. I brought it just for Intimidate support. And Celesteela, you know, Rotom is such a big threat. And then Urshifu we could blow. So, we're going to see the Comfey and the Swampert here. Okay. So, I like this position. Comfey just has Draining Kiss, Floral Healing, stuff like that. I kind of like just max Phantasm in here. And maybe just go for Fake Tears and just Swampert. I mean, Comfey could ally switch, but, I mean... I don't think that really accomplishes much. If that's the case, then we just KO the Comfey. So, what could Comfey do? They have Floral Healing, use Draining Kiss. I don't know what else they run. Don't have Trick Room, do they? I hope not. Alright, let's see what they go for. They don't protect, so Fake Tears. We're just going to pick up KO on Swampert unless it's Focus Sash, which I doubt. So that's good for our Landorus in the back. And what does Comfey go for here? We lower its defenses. Get the special attack boost. And Comfey is going to go for Sunny Day. Okay, so he's setting up the Venusaur in the back. Maybe he knew I was going to take out Swampert, kind of use it as fodder so we could get Venusaur in here. Let's see. I can also see Rotom coming in. It's Venusaur. Oh, is it Dynamax Venusaur? That's interesting too. Let's see. I kind of want to get Tailwind up here. Same time, I think I might just switcheroo I think I might switcheroo the Venusaur because I think it might switch out. I mean, it might Dynamax here. Yeah, it's gonna Dynamax, so we're gonna get the switcheroo off. This is gonna take away its item, give it a jetpack. Once we hit this Phantasm, as long as Venusaur doesn't KO here, KO our Spectrier, we're gonna send it back and effectively lose its Dynamax. I would imagine it's gonna be a Max Ooze into the Whimsicott. Sorry, but it's helping hand too, so it might be in Spectrier. We do have Landorus in the back, so we could easily bring in Landorus, and then it'll switch out anyway. If somehow this KOs Spectrier, which it doesn't, we take that, which is great for us. So we're gonna probably do big damage on this Comfey, if not knock it out. So it lives. Is it Sash? Yeah, it lives, but we're gonna send the Venusaur back into its Pokeball, which is great. So my opponent basically just loses their Dynamax instantly, which is why I really like this combo. Especially in best of one, it's really solid. Mark on that. So we do see the Rotom. And who do I have in the back? Landorus and Feeny, right? Alright, so I could simply go for a Moonblast into the Comfey and a Phantasm into Rotom here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so we're gonna get the knockout here. Do a little bit of damage to Rotom. We're gonna get some damage on the way out. I wonder if Moonblast should KO, right? We're protected us so much. And what's good is this next turn I can Tailwind and then Shadow Ball the Rotom. So we pick up Comfey. Opponent's down to Rotom, Heat, and Venusaur. Venusaur is at full health, and Rotom's a little over half. Yeah, we'll go down this next turn to the Vine Lash and the Life Orb Recoil, but we should be able to pick up the KO on the Rotom. So it'll effectively be a 3-on-1, but then if he KOs Whimsicott with Sludge Bomb, it'll be a 2-on-1. Unless Shadow Ball and Tailwind. My opponent could go for a double Protect right here on the Rotom. Then they'd be in a good spot, I think. But then we wouldn't lose Spectrier, I don't think. So yeah, we Tailwind. We should be faster. Okay, Shadow Ball should pick up the KO right here on Rotom. It does. No, Venusaur should go for Sludge Bomb on Whimsicott, I'm assuming. And I totally forgot what item we took from the Venusaur. I didn't even see it. Was it like Life Orb or something? Anyway. Probably should pay attention to that, but okay, so now we're bringing in the Feeny and the Landorus. So we're kind of in a tricky spot, but you know, not tricky, but it's like awkward. So we can't Sleep Powder anymore, but part of me wants to go for a Protect on Feeny and Fly, and next turn I can go for Calm Mind if he decides to Protect. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Venusaur is at neutral defense. And I love how Venusaur, like, with Sun, I love how it has such a good spot in VGC right now. Just, since it is decently fast, it's got a good special attack. Oh, we dodged the Leaf Storm? I played that awful. So, Sun fades. That was my fault. Um, I lost my entire train of thought. Sorry. Um, yeah, Venusaur is just a really solid Pokemon in the format right now. So what does Venusaur go for? He doesn't protect. And we just get the KO. Okay. It was a crit. I don't think that mattered, but it might have. Yeah, so good game to Ryan. That end game was a little awkward, and that's the one thing about this team that I'm using, is sometimes the end games can get pretty awkward once Spectrier is at a Dynamax. If you don't KO a lot of your opponents, then it's kind of awkward on the back end, especially if they don't Dynamax it right away. But yeah, that's something you might need to work. I might need to work on with this team going forward. I did have Incineroar on the team before Rotom, and that provided fake out support. But I was worried about the double Intimidate against Thundurus, considering I do have Feeny and Celesteela as well. But we're facing Nate for our second game of the day, and Gastrodon, Latios, is it Latios or Latios? It's Latios. Tyranitar, Excadrill, Incineroar, and Moltres. So really fun team right here. You got Triple Dark, so Spectrier is probably not who I want to Dynamax here. Whimsicott doesn't really do good here either. No Defiant user. Let's see. Landorus. Rotom? Feeny, Celesteela. Wow, this is super awkward because the triple Steel. If I can get rid of Incineroar here, I think Celesteela does really good late game. Maybe I can just get enough chip on everything after I knock out Incineroar that Celesteela can come in and clean up on the backside. Wow, Triple Dark. That's actually very... And it has Latios. So that makes it really weird against like strong Fairy type teams. But my opponent leads really well here, actually. For my opponent, what do I go for? Because Latios, I could see it being Scarf with Ice Beam or something. Honestly, part of me wants to Dynamax Landorus here. An Airstream. Yeah, I'm gonna Airstream the Latios and go for a Nasty Plot. Because I actually have U-turn, so I could max Flutterby and lower the special attack of the Moltres if I need to. But I want to avoid the weakness policy on the Moltres until I know I can KO. This is awkward because I'm not bringing the Spectre with Whimsicott here. Let's see what they go for. Simple Beam. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. So he loses Berserk for Simple. So he's going for like Nasty Plot. Yeah, so he's going to boost 4. Oh, Lord. This is not good. Is it Focus Sash Latios? Or... Yeah, okay. Latios does get Tailwind, right? I think. So we actually go for our own Nasty Plot here. But this Moltres is actually really scary right now. He did lose Berserk. So part of me wants to double into it. But does my opponent read into that? Honestly, I want to just go into offensive and Moltres. I could see him max guarding maybe and going for Tailwind. This might not be the best play. Maybe I should have airstreamed that same slot. Or... I don't know. This is super scary actually right now. It's a +4 Moltres. Good play, good play. Is it Tailwind? I should have saw that. I even said it. I should have airstreamed the Latios thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. We're in a rough spot. We are in a rough spot. If you're Moltres, you attack into the Rotom. I don't even know if you're scared of Rotom anymore at this point. Well, we bring in the Incineroar, Intimidate, so yeah. I could see him going into Rotom here with the Darkness. We might just lose. Straight up. We lost. If we lose that, though. We're at -1. So that kind of sucks because I could have just went for Thunderbolt right there too. Wow. Simple Beam Latios. I didn't even know it got Simple Beam. That is rough. And what's a policy at this point, right? You fake out Rotom, Airstream Landorus. So this thing's at +1 speed. You still have Tailwind. Dynamax is over though. That's a plus, I guess. You have to go into Finny here. Fiery Wrath is really dangerous right now. Let's see. You usually run Protect, Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath, and Hurricane or Air Slash. Both of those can miss. So potentially I could get a Moonblast off on this Moltres. It would be a close KO. I don't even know if it would KO, honestly. And Protect. But at the same time, they could just hit me with a Hurricane or something. That's going to KO Feeny. But I don't think I have a choice. Or do I? Because, let's see. I could Thunderbolt Moltres and Moonblast. Fire Wrath won't KO Feeny, I don't think. And if you read the Protect and go into... Okay, there's the Air Slash. So we actually live. And he goes for Parting Shot. So we're still at +1 with Rotom, so this actually might KO here. If it does KO, we may not be in such a bad spot. Moltres is going down unless it's a berry. Okay, Gastron comes in expecting the rain. Okay, I mean water. So we get the Thunderbolt off as +1. We KO Moltres. Okay. Okay. Moonblast into the gas. Oh, we flinched. Oh, air slash flinch. Oh, that's... Alright. So... He sends back out Incineroar. Okay, we're not out of this game yet. Still not in a great spot. We're not out. Get rid of Incineroar. That's our win con right here. So, do they have Tailwind still? No. They're out of Tailwind. Part of me wants to Calm Mind here. And Protect. I could see the Fake Out into Penny. And then like a Scald into the Rotom. Okay, so we're going to get the Calm Mind off. We still have our Berry intact. But we're just waiting on an attack. Does he have Muddy Water on the Gastrodon? Oh, he just clears Smogs into the Feeny, so that's actually a good play. Fingers crossed it's the right berry. Okay. So right here, I think Moonblast and T-Bolt to the Incineroar is the play. Should be faster. We get the +1 Thunderbolt off. Decent damage. Get the Moonblast. Good damage. Berry? No berry, okay. But we're getting another parting shot onto the Finny this time. Okay. So, does Gastron go for, like, Scald? This is intense, right? He goes for Muddy Water. Do we live this? We do, and it pops our berry. Alright, so we get another turn. Unfortunately, my opponent now can go for... Tailwind again. I want to Moonblast Gastrodon. Maybe I swap out Rotom. Yeah, maybe I swap out into Celesteela. Muddy Water's probably coming. I'm just trying to play around this Incineroar. Was he Psychic into the Finny? We live. We get a special attack drop? We do. Okay, that's interesting. So he doubles down there. So honestly, I could see my opponent going into... switching out Gastrodon and going into Incineroar. Which is going to come down to does Rotom survive? And I don't get I think I get a Spadef boost. I don't get a defense boost. So I'm going to protect Rotom and go for Flash Cannon on Latios. I think my opponent's going to switch out Gastrodon here. But if it does, that's okay. Oh, he chose Latios. Okay. So that's smart. We're probably going to pop a berry here. With Flash Cannon, I would think. Yeah. I think this is just game over. I don't think I can do enough damage. I actually see a yawn. So, Good play. Good play. So what's the play here? Thunderbolt and Leech Seed. What, you probably fake out, Rotom? So I had Yawn, Clear Smog, Muddy Water. Well, he fakes out Celesteela. Yeah, so I'm could live with Rotom. That just got a lot more interesting, didn't it? So if you're, let's see, we've seen Parting Shot, Fake Out. That's all we've seen, right? Surely you have Flare Blitz. I have to go into that. Right. He stays in. And we KO. What? Incineroar was your win. Am I wrong? That's 2 accuracy drops, though. That's... This got... I'm so confused by that. I feel like you have to switch out right there to get... Unless he didn't have Flare Blitz. So my play here is to wake up, KO Latios with Flash Cannon, get the special defense boost, pray I hit a Leech Seed, and then I think I win. It was Air Slash. Okay, so he's gonna go for flinches. This is not a good spot for me, honestly. It's coming down to like hacks at this point. That's 3 accuracy. Oh god. Give me a break. And we got the flinch chance from... this is not good. So we're gonna get the protect. We'll get some leftovers. Gosh, this is a closer. This is a close game. I still can't believe... I feel like you guarantee you get a Flare Blitz off on the Celesteela, that's game over, right? I got really fortunate Rotom lived that, but something tells me he did not have Flare Blitz, and that just blows my mind. So, as long as we don't flinch and miss, we'll be in a decent spot here. Okay, so we actually do not flinch and we hit. So we get the special defense boost here, which is really good. Barring any more crits, I think we're in a solid spot. So, he's going to yawn. We put him on opponent. I'm going to go for a Leech Seed here. I would be pressed to see if I hit this. Because Leech Seed is what? I don't know what the accuracy is, like 85%, 80%. We're at -3, so we're not looking too hot. We actually hit it, so I think that seals it. Barring crits and stuff. The Muddy Water, let's see how much this does. 135 to 116, so it's 19 damage. And we're healing back 12 with lefties. And... can't do math. 27. So we're actually receiving more health than they're doing damage. So that's really good. Yeah, my opponent cancels, forfeits. That blew my mind how that game went. I mean, that shows why you never give up, because there's always a chance you can come back and win. But I don't ask me anything about that match because my mind is just. But you know what? Let's take a look at their team. I want to see if they have Flare Blitz on this. Okay, so it was Rindo Berry, Gastrodon with Yawn, Clear Smog, Muddy Water. So he did have Protect there. Okay. So that play where right before I fell asleep, he should have went Protect. And then I went the Leech Seed off. So I don't... Okay, I don't know. That might have been a misplay on their end. Simple Beam, we knew all those. What item was it? The Focus Sash. We saw that. Okay. Crunch, we didn't see him. We didn't see him. It had Flare Blitz, and they didn't use it. I am mind blown. That would have won the game. Now that Moltres set was insane. Alright, well. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the 2 battles. And make sure you give a like on the video. Comment down below what other Pokemon you want to see. We might do one more episode with the Spectre team. I might switch it up, do something different next time. I'm not sure. But make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the little notification bell so you see when my new videos are up. And I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your day. And we'll see you next time.